What is up, YouTube? Ruben here, and today I'm going to show you guys the HP Stream 14. This is model number 14-FQ0037NR. So, let's talk about a bit of the history about the HP Stream. So, let's get started. So, it came out around somewhere in 2013 or 2014, because I know Windows 8.1 released at the time. So, yeah. Now, the earlier HP Streams came with Windows 8.1 with Bing on it. Then, around 2015, it came with Windows 10. Then, as we go through April 2018, version 1803, which is the April 2018 update. So, they actually have Windows 10 in S mode, which is when it was introduced, to replace Windows 10 S, which we'll get to that later. So, that's a bit of a history about the HP Stream. They do have 11-inch, 13-inch, and 14-inch models. And they also have an HP Stream Pro. So, yeah, there you go. So the HP Stream, this model right here, is actually the latest generation. There should be a new generation coming out. The 2021 model, of course. This is the 2020 model. So, let's get this started. So, I bought this HP Stream 14 at Target for $289.99 plus tax. So, that ended up being about $324. And I have the receipt somewhere inside that laptop bag, which still holds the Dell Latitude E5400 that I have. So yeah. And the experience is not that bad. So let's get this started. So on the front, as usual, nothing on the front. On the left, of course, being a 2020 model, if the camera focus, there we go. On the left, we got headphone. This should also be microphone. This, we have USB Type-C, the most common USB port you will see on modern era of phones and computers, and also tablets. So yes, USB Type-C is common these days. And yes, it does have a USB 3.1 port. This, again, is Type-C. And then, right here we got two USB 3.0 ports. I suppose these are also 3.1. And then we got HDMI, the power indicator, and, well, this is charging indicator, and then the charging port, of course. And then, like with modern laptops, there's nothing on the back. And on the right, we have the full-size SD card reader, hard drive indicator, which does not light up because it actually has an eMMC, the flash storage, and it has the power indicator. On the top, we got the HP logo, and then it's colored blue. So, yeah. Now, on the bottom, which you already know, we have the vent. There should also be a vent on the back. And right here, we got all the product information that we have. Yeah, you can read it yourself. So now let's open it up. And now you need 2 amps for that. Actually, I have a better one. So right here we got the 14-inch touchscreen. This is, yeah, it's exactly 14-inch. Then right here we got the power button. I need to turn the flash on for that. So we got the power button, and then we got the keyboard. And also got the touchpad, which actually has the Windows Precision drivers. So it is multi-touch. So yeah. So let's turn that off. And it also has a, I forgot to mention, this one has a 720p camera. So, yeah, so it has a webcam. So yeah. So now let's go over the specs. Now this one has a 1.2 gigahertz AMD 3020E. It is an Athlon chip. So it is an Athlon-based computer. So yeah. This one has 4 gigs of DDR4 2400 MHz RAM, and it is a soldered type of RAM, so there is no upgrade, a path to actually upgrade the RAM. In fact, there is no DDR4 slot. It's just RAM chips soldered onto the motherboard. And this one has a 32 gigabyte eMMC SSD, and this one is a SanDisk. So yeah, it's a SanDisk SSD, so might expect that to be a bit faster. And it also has Windows 10 Home in S mode version 2009, or simply version 20H2, the November 2020 update. So yeah. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and turn it on, so I'll be back. Okay, now let's go and boot it up. Should have a full battery. So yeah. Actually, crap. I would like to go to BIOS because there is a method to actually get into the BIOS by constantly hitting the escape key and then hitting F10. But man, it's too late. So we're booting up Windows 10. So yeah. And this thing is actually quiet because, of course, being that it is a hybrid with 32 gigs of flash storage, and it is low powered, well, low voltage or whatever. So yeah. Well, we're in the desktop, so yeah. Now let's go through the specs right here. So let's go to about this PC. So as you can see, you got the HP. Well, it is right here, HP laptop 14-FQ0XXX, of course. Now the processor, like I said, oh boy, I can't even talk. I need some cup of coffee for that. The CPU is an AMD 3020E, like I said, and it is an APU, so the GPU and the CPU are all in one. So this one has Radeon graphics. It has 4 gigs of RAM, like I said. It is running 64-bit, and it has touch support with 10 touch points. And of course, we're running, not the license agreement. And like I said, we're running Windows 10 Home in S mode version 20H2. So this is, like I said, the November 2020 update. Now, let's talk about S mode. So, for those of you who don't know about S mode, it is basically a configuration of Windows 10 that replaced Windows 10s, which was basically a separate version of Windows that's only designed to run apps from the Microsoft Store. And then starting with the April 2018 update, they simply phased out Windows 10s and then put S mode in Windows 10 Home, Pro, Education, and Enterprise. So we basically have Windows 10s inside of an edition of Windows 10. Either Home, Pro, or whichever one you have. So basically, Windows 10 in S mode is only designed to run apps from the Microsoft Store, and if you want to switch it out, you can go to the Settings app and then in the Activation page, now go to Update Security and then go to Activation. There should be an option to switch out of S mode. And then you can go to the Microsoft Store and then you can hit the Get button and then it'll start phasing out S mode. It is a one-way, so there is no way to switch it back to S mode, so you cannot go back to that configuration and you'll get performance loss with the standard version of Windows 10. So that gives you an idea of how S mode works. So let's go ahead and get to the graphics. So let's go to Display Settings, Advanced Display Settings, Display Adapter Properties for Display 1. As you can see, it is an AMD Radeon graphics. Now, this one has 512 megabytes of dedicated video RAM. In fact, I can even show you the AMD Radeon software. So, yeah. Let's go to, I think it's like, hold on. Let's go to, okay, hardware. It is DDR4 at 1200 megahertz, so yeah. So let's go ahead and close these. And that touchscreen is actually not that bad. Now let's go to the programs, which because of S mode we have to only install apps from the Microsoft Store. So let's go ahead and go to the standard ones. So gotta remove programs. Actually, I have a better one. Let's go to Programs and Features. So as you can see, for programs we have, the only 3 programs we have are Microsoft 365, which is based on Office 2019, Microsoft Edge, and Microsoft OneDrive. Those are the standard apps. In the Windows Store apps I installed, yeah, believe it or not, I installed Minion Rush. I also installed, let me find it. I installed VLC, and I also installed Windows Maps. And then for the other programs that came with the computer, we have the AMD Radeon software, Booking.com, Dropbox, HP Audio Center, and all the HP stuff right here. We got McAfee Personal Security. We got the update for Microsoft Edge. We have Microsoft Whiteboard. We got Netflix, MyHP. We have Simple Solitaire. And of course we got Xbox Live. Although we don't have the Xbox app. So, yeah. Now let's go through the program. Well, let's open up the program. Let's start with Microsoft Edge. So let's open it up. As you can see, we have Microsoft Edge. Now this is the Chromium version, which is also the update. So yeah, there you go. Now let's open up VLC. As you can see, we have VLC Media Player for Windows Store. So yeah. And now let's go through Windows Maps, which I actually installed. As you can see, just to demonstrate the touchscreen, and I am using the touchscreen. You can see that I can move it around, and not only that, I can even use multiple fingers to actually, well, you already know, actually move around and such. So yeah, this is demonstrated right here. So yeah. So yeah, that's Windows Maps. I can even show you Paint 3D. And let's write something. Along. So yeah, basically it's a touchscreen, and I am demonstrating it for the purpose of making this video. So yeah, let's not save that. Now let's go over to the regular Microsoft Paint, and let's do the same thing. Along. So yeah, that's Microsoft Paint. Not save that. See what else I have here. Now I'm not going to be opening up Microsoft 365 apps, because obviously you have a 1 week trial, and then after that you can only you cannot modify documents or anything. So yeah, if you have a Microsoft account, then your 1 year subscription begins. So yeah. Now let's open up Groove Music. So yeah. Here's Microsoft, here's Groove Music. So there you go. See, it also has HP Quick Drop. Never used that feature. And here is McAfee Personal Security. So there you go. Let's see. Let's see, what else? Okay, I think that was pretty much it. Let's open up one more program, and then I can go ahead and end the video. Let's see what else. Oh, for WinVer, let's do that. As you can see, we're running Windows 10 Home in S mode. Like I said, version 20H2. So yeah, that's pretty much. Let's see. Need one more program. Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. Yeah, it also has Skype, so yeah. Now let's type. Okay, how about WordPad? So yeah, here's WordPad. So let's type in Athlon. It's too small, so I'm going to set it to 72, and I'm gonna bold it, italicize it, underline it, strike through. So yeah. I think that was pretty much it for what we have for programs. So now let's get to the conclusion. So in conclusion, is it worth it? Yes, because obviously this is a 2020 model, so of course you can do whatever you can do with the computer, basic word browsing, watching YouTube videos. Obviously, because it has 512 megabytes of dedicated video RAM, well, integrated onto the CPU, known as an APU. You can even play some light games like Minion Rush because, like I said, I installed it, but I need to make sure I connect it to the internet in order to play that game. And I can also, well, you can also do whatever you have to do. So, well, don't try to use it for heavy gaming. You need to have like a higher end gaming laptop or desktop to play some heavy games like Fortnite, CSGO, or GTA 5. So, yeah, don't expect heavy gaming on this one. I only installed light games, like I said. I only have a Minion Rush, like I said. So, yeah, this laptop is actually, well, although the quality is not the greatest, is actually a bit sturdy. So, yeah, that's what we expect with this laptop. And also, with touchscreen support, you can actually use multiple fingers to actually zoom in, zoom out, or even do some 3D tasks like what I showed you in maps. So, yeah. So, this laptop is actually not bad. Of course, if you switch out of S mode, of course, the performance will be different and it might be slower. So I recommend if you have an SSD, uh, please do so because an SSD will help boot up faster and even open up programs much more quick. Well, quicker than a hard drive. But there are some limitations with the SSD, like there's only a limited amount of read and write cycles on this. Even with eMMC storage, well, flash storage, in fact. Speaking of storage, let's go to Device Manager. I should have done that. Now for hard drive, well, an SSD, we have the SanDisk DA4064 SSD. It's also soldered onto the motherboard. And like I said, AMD Radeon graphics. And it also has a Realtek audio, so yeah, and also has TPM 2.0. So yeah. I know some of you might say, hey, can you install Windows 11 on it? No, not this time because now I know Windows 11 have leaked. Actually, on the day California actually reopened, June 15th. So, yeah. And as always, whenever we do beta builds, like Windows Whistler, Windows Longhorn, or even a beta version of Windows 11, like build to 1996, I can only do that in like VirtualBox or VMware. So, if you ever try to install Windows 11, don't try to do this yourself. Though I'm pretty sure, since I'm going to be uploading this and schedule it for September, I'm pretty sure Windows 11 would be released by the time it publishes. So, yeah. I'll just still keep Windows 10 for now. Might be whatever I can do with Windows 10. Since this laptop is eligible for Windows 11, I could probably upgrade it, but no. I'll just save that for another time, or pretty much for a few years. So yeah, there you go. Well, that's it for the review of the HP Stream 14 model 14-FQ0037NR. So thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter at RubenAppaducio17, or you can also follow me on Instagram at Ruben the Transit Fan, or Ruben's Transit Hub. At Facebook, I pretty much never announce Facebook that much. So, yeah. Well, that's it. That's the review of the HP Stream 14 model 14-FQ0037NR. So, I'll see you next time.